Once upon a quiet evening in a peaceful kingdom, there lived a gentle girl known as Snow White. Her skin was soft as fresh snow, her hair dark as midnight, and her heart kind enough to warm even the coldest day. Although her world was filled with beauty, Snow White's life was not always easy. Her stepmother, the queen, was proud and jealous, worrying that Snow White's kindness and beauty made her more beloved by the people. One morning, the queen consulted her magical mirror, as she often did. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?" she asked. The mirror shimmered and replied, "Snow White, my queen, is the fairest of them all." The queen's heart filled with anger. Snow White felt the sadness in the air. So she decided to take a walk deep into the forest to clear her mind. Birds chirped softly round her, and gentle rays of sunlight filtered through the tall trees. Before long, she discovered a small wooden cottage tucked beneath a hill. Curious, she knocked on the tiny door, but no one answered. Inside, she found 7 small chairs, 7 tiny bowls, and 7 neat little beds. Tired from her long walk, she curled up and fell into a peaceful sleep. Later that evening, the owners of the cottage returned 7 dwarfs who worked in the nearby mines. When they found Snow White sleeping, they whispered in surprise. She awoke gently, and the dwarfs welcomed her with warm smiles. Snow White explained her troubles, and the dwarfs kindly offered her a safe place to stay. Days passed, filled with laughter and friendship. Snow White helped tidy their home, and in return, the dwarfs shared stories about sparkling gems and magical creatures deep underground. Every night, they reminded her, "Stay safe, Snow White. The forest is kind, but the queen is not." Meanwhile, the queen asked her mirror once more who was the fairest. When she learned Snow White still lived, her jealousy grew dark as a stormy night. She disguised herself as an old woman and traveled into the forest with a bright red apple in hand. She found Snow White picking flowers outside the cottage. "Sweet child," the disguised queen said, "won't you try this delicious apple?" Snow White, always polite, accepted the gift, but the moment she took a bite, she felt dizzy and fell into a deep, magical sleep. When the dwarfs found her, they wept, thinking she was gone. Yet her face remained peaceful. As if she were dreaming, they placed her gently in a crystal coffin where sunlight wrapped her in a soft golden glow. One day, a kind prince traveling through the forest noticed the girl in the coffin. He felt a deep warmth in his heart and softly brushed a tear from her cheek. At that gentle touch, Snow White's eyes fluttered open. The spell broke. The dwarfs cheered with joy, surrounding their friend with hugs. Snow White thanked the dwarfs for their love and protection. With the prince's help, she promised to visit them often and ensure the forest remained safe and full of kindness. And so, Snow White returned to a bright, peaceful life. Each night, she remembered the friends who protected her, and she whispered to the stars, "Kindness is the magic that saves us all." And with that gentle thought, she drifted into dreams. Good night, little one.